Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Mons Enriquez, Marketing Manager here at Ridge Security, and I'll be your host today for this LinkedIn Live session. We're so glad you're joining us, and whether you're tuning in live or catching the replay, welcome. Before we dive in, just a couple of quick housekeeping rules. We want this to be interactive, so please drop your questions and comments in the comment section throughout the session, and we'll be keeping an eye on them and we'll address everything at the end during our Q&A. So please don't be shy and ask away in the comments. Also, if you know someone who should be seeing this session, a colleague, a client, a fellow IT or security professional, go ahead and share this stream right now. And if this is your first time hearing about us, we are from Ridge Security. Welcome, and we're glad you're here. I'll give you a quick overview of who we are. So basically, Ridge Security delivers intelligent, autonomous cybersecurity validation solutions that help organizations proactively manage risk and improve resilience. In simple terms, we help companies find and fix their cybersecurity gaps before attackers do. We've been recognized by Gartner in the Market Guide for Adversarial Exposure Validation and have earned industry honors, including the 2026 Frost & Sullivan Global New Product Innovation Award and others. So we serve customers worldwide across finance, government, telecom, etc. And today we're excited to show you one of our latest solutions up close. Now, let me introduce the two incredible speakers we'll be having today. They will be walking us through everything. So first, we have Hom Bamaniar, our Chief Enablement Officer here at Ridge Security. Hom brings deep expertise in helping organizations understand and operationalize security, and he'll be sharing the why behind what we build. And joining him is Oliver, our Director of Engineering. Oliver leads the technical team behind PurpleRidge and will be giving us a look under the hood at how it works, including a live demo later in the session. So, Hom and Oliver, glad to have you both here today. I'll unmute your microphone.
Thank you, Mansi. It's a pleasure to be here. So let's jump in. I want to start with an overview of the threat landscape. Threat landscape has been evolving at a very, very rapid pace. Threat actors now are using AI to automate and scale malicious operations. This impacts all businesses, but we see that SMBs are in particular impacted. I should say they're disproportionately impacted by this. Let's look at some numbers. If we look at phishing attacks alone, we see that AI-generated phishing emails have had a click rate of 54%. Compared to the traditional phishing attacks, AI-driven phishing is more than 4 times more effective than the traditional phishing emails. These AI-driven phishing attacks are directly targeting SMB employees. Why is that? One is that SMBs are less likely to have deployed multi-factor authentication and also less likely to regularly train their employees on security awareness. So what are the common SMB breaches that we see? About 88% of all SMB breaches involve ransomware attacks. One reason is that SMBs are less likely to have an automated detection and response solution in place. Also, from attackers' perspectives, enterprises have become harder to target, and the attackers have shifted their focus to a degree towards soft targets. That means SMBs. And also, many attackers view SMBs as a stepping stone, for example, a supply chain entry point into the large organization, into large enterprises. The average breach recovery cost for businesses with under 500 employees now is $3.3 million. That's a huge number. So this basically involves the cost of downtime, legal fees, lost revenue, forensic investigation, and so on and so forth. So for SMBs, this will definitely be an existential threat. And lastly, 60% of small firms close permanently within 6 months of a major cyber attack. So that means a security breach that happens is not just an IT issue, it's a threat to the business itself. So to recap, attackers are using AI. They're using AI very effectively to find and exploit vulnerabilities at machine speed. And most SMBs are still defending with manual processes and tools that are built for a different era. The gap is what PurpleRidge is designed to close. So that is, we want to help, PurpleRidge wants to help SMBs to use AI to protect themselves against AI-driven cyber attacks. So what is PurpleRidge? PurpleRidge is Ridge Security's self-service agentic AI penetration testing service. It provides a very easy way for security practitioners to experience the power of agentic AI firsthand with no deployment or long-term commitment involved. PurpleRidge thinks like a security expert. That's the power of agentic AI. It combines LLM reasoning with deep cybersecurity knowledge. It reasons about your web app or your website the way an attackers would, not just scanning for known patterns. Also, PurpleRidge validates every finding before it reports it as a risk. So that means zero false positives, zero hallucinations. Also, every risk is confirmed with real evidence. That's very, very important. PurpleRidge provides the actual HTTP request and response and the extracted data. So you see real evidence why we are categorizing a particular vulnerability as a risk. So you can think of it this way. If a vulnerability was not exploited against your system, then it doesn't appear in the report that PurpleRidge generates. The other key point is that PurpleRidge doesn't require having a dedicated security staff. It is a fully self-service platform. You can onboard with PurpleRidge in just a few minutes. There is no security background, no security expertise that's required, and you can easily start a penetration testing task and then come back after a while to a finished report. And also the fourth point that I want to make here is that PurpleRidge is designed to meet your security compliance requirements as well. For example, it's aligned to OWASP Top 10 and SOC 2 standards. So how does it work? How does PurpleRidge work? The onboarding process is very, very streamlined. There are 4 key steps. First is registration. You create a free account using your email address. When you do this, you get 100 credits for free. This is enough for 1 complete penetration testing of your website. We recommend that you use your business email address. When you do that, your web domain will automatically get verified, which allows you to immediately start pen testing your website. But if you use a private email address to register, that would also work, but then there is one additional step that gets introduced, which is the web domain has to be verified separately. So that was the first step, registration. The second step is you basically add your website domain. In this step, you specify which web domain or subdomains need to be pen tested. For example, you specify acme.com, or you can specify marketing.acme.com and partners.acme.com. So, you decide exactly what needs to be pen tested. Then you can optionally specify user credentials for your website if you want PurpleRidge to perform an authenticated penetration testing. That means a gray box penetration testing of your website. A lot of times, business logic of your website will be hidden behind authentication, behind user authentication. So if you want to have a complete coverage of your business logic, we highly recommend that you specify user credentials for your website pen testing in PurpleRidge. Now, in addition to the website pen testing, PurpleRidge can also perform AWS cloud security auditing. That's also an interesting feature, important feature. And if you're interested in this functionality, then you can specify during this step your AWS account information. So that was the second step. The third step is to launch your pen testing task or your cloud security audit task. And the last step is to click a button, literally just click a button to get a professional and information-rich report from PurpleRidge. This report includes very detailed information about the findings. For example, the list of validated risks, the evidence for each risk, the attack path for each risk, and also the suggested remediation for each risk. And then additional information such as OWASP top 10 categories, etc., etc. The information in this report can be used systematically to remediate each risk that is reported. So why is PurpleRidge the right fit for you? What sets it apart from other solutions that are available in the market? So PurpleRidge uses an agentic AI engine under the hood. That's really important. All risks that are reported, they have gone through a thorough process of verification to ensure that there are no LLM hallucinations, there is no false positive. Also, in the process of validation, concrete evidence is collected, as I was mentioning earlier, for each and every risk. And that's included in the final report. So as a result, all risks that are reported by PurpleRidge are immediately actionable. And in fact, we often say that if PurpleRidge was able to do it, hackers can also do it. So please take action on the reported risks. The second point I'd like to make is that PurpleRidge uses a set of security objectives to look for a variety of threat exposures. As a result, it is able to detect flaws in the business logic of your website or your web app. It can also find chained exploits. So what that means is that it can connect dots between a number of different findings and then draw some important conclusions about high priority exploits. And lastly, in a recent benchmark testing that we did between agentic AI engine that is used in PurpleRidge and a couple of open source agentic AI offensive security platforms, we saw great performance by PurpleRidge's agentic AI platform. The same LLM backend was used across all competing platforms in this benchmark testing, but the number of findings by PurpleRidge engine was much higher than the other ones. Also, PurpleRidge was able to identify business logic vulnerabilities during this benchmark testing, and there were 0 false positives. So we want to encourage you to read the independent analysis of this benchmark testing that was done by an AI security researcher, Ken Huang. It is titled, Why Your Agentic AI Pen Tester is Probably Just a Fancy Scanner. The link is provided in the chat box. So at your leisure, please click on it and read this paper. So in addition to MSPs, PurpleRidge is also a perfect platform for managed security service providers, for MSSPs. The key features of PurpleRidge that are relevant to MSSPs are, first, that it supports white labeled reports. That means that MSSPs can put their own logo on the pen testing reports that are generated for their clients, and PurpleRidge will be invisible to the end clients. Second point is that it has provides a multi-user management interface. So that means one account manages all client environments. So this basically means that you will have full visibility as an MSSP. You will have full visibility from a single dashboard to all the clients that you are testing, that you're providing penetration testing service for. And the third point is that the third key feature is that it's flexible. It offers a flexible credit system. It's basically pay as you go credits, and these get shared across users. That means across MSSP clients. This allows the MSSP to scale up or down as their client base grows. The key benefits of PurpleRidge for MSSPs are, first, new revenue streams. So MSSPs can scale pen test services without having a large upfront investment or increasing their headcount. The next benefit is that it strengthens client retention for the MSSPs. So they can use PurpleRidge, MSSPs can use PurpleRidge to provide continuous security validation for their clients. So that creates stickiness for them with their existing customer base, client base. So also it means a recurring revenue versus a one-off project. The last benefit I want to highlight is that PurpleRidge's self-service and instant onboarding. That means that there is no technical training required in order for the MSSP to use PurpleRidge. Also, an MSSP can start offering pentest services to clients within days of their sign up. I'll quickly go over the pricing details. There are four different tiers that are offered. First is the Jumpstart tier. This is completely free. That means you start your journey with PurpleRidge at no cost. After signing up, you get 100 credits for free. This is enough for one complete pen testing on your website. I want to encourage everybody who's attending to sign up for this right now. It's extremely simple. No credit card is needed. And again, you use your initial 100 free credits to test your website and check out the generated pen testing report and see for yourself how information rich the report is. The next tier is the starter tier. You get 100 credits for $399. And then after that, we have an essential tier. You get 500 credits. This is suitable for quarterly security validation of your website. And the last tier is the advanced tier. In this tier, you get 1,000 credits, and this is suitable for MSSPs that manage multiple clients. There are a number of points regarding this that I want to emphasize. The credits never expire. Very, very important. Whatever credits you purchase, they will never expire. Also, all tiers include the same set of features. For example, the white label reporting, multi-user management, AWS audit, security audit capability, etc. And there is no long-term commitment that you need to make. You just pay and you get access to the service right away. And payments are processed securely by Stripe, and MSSPs use the same credit pricing as direct customers. There is no separate tier for them. So in closing, I want to encourage you to visit our website. You can see this app.purpleridge.ai and sign up and get 100 free credits. So I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Oliver, to walk us through a live demo of PurpleRidge. Oliver?
Thanks, Home. Hey, everyone. Thank you for joining the session. And then now let's get into the real stuff, the PurpleRidge. So as you can see, I'm now in PurpleRidge website. And then you can click here to go to the app.purpleridge is actually the application. Home just mentioned that the registration step is pretty straightforward. We just need your first name, last name, and then email address. Then as simple as is, you can create an account. So I'm going to log in with my own account. Yeah, this is the dashboard you will see after you log in. To support your warm start, we already added 3 public accessible vulnerable website where you can immediately start to test it. And of course, as Home also mentioned, you can add your own domain here. And for the domain, because I use Ridge Security email to register the account, this is a business account, a business email. So if I add app.purpleridge.ai, it will instantly add into the domain. But of course, if you're using your private email, then if you wanted to add abc.com, then you will need to verify the domain. We have different approaches. One is, you can verify following the detailed instructions here, or contact our support. Similarly, for the AWS, As Home also mentioned, you can, if you're interested, you can add your AWS account here and then start a test against your AWS security audit. Now let's go to the task tab. Here is where you can actually start a task. Let's do it for now. So once you start a task, you can have a choice, either have a web penetration test or AWS security audit. And then from the list is the domains that you already added into your account. Let's say I choose pentest ground. Then the credentials that you can, if you have a credential, you can apply. We highly recommend that you do so to have a thorough like testing, but this is also optional. For now, I'll just go ahead and start that as simple as is. And then we'll trigger a task immediately. It takes some time, you can do take a cup of coffee and then enjoy some time and come back. The report will be ready. Same as if I want to start a AWS security audit, I can do that too. I can give you a demo here as well. It start AWS security audit as well. So let's come back a few minutes later. I wanted to also show you how we manage the team. So here, as you can see, once you registered, you can feel free to invite different people into your team. So there we support different roles, like one is admin role, one is a member role, and here it shows all the current members as well as all the invites that we've already sent. Uh, After you invite someone, they will get an email and then they click the email. It's very straightforward, complete the registration, and then they will appear as a member in the team. All the team members within the team share the same credit as well as the domains, so they don't have to separate, like verify their domains separately. The wallet is where you can top up your credits. Because I just used the two, and right now I only have 100. And then there's the three prices tiers, as Home mentioned. It's pretty straightforward. You can buy the credits here. Come back to the settings. This is where we can enable you to add white labeling. So basically, you can check that. And then here is you can change your company name, like ABC Technology, and then where you can also upload the a logo here. So upon saving, then the all the tasks run after the save will automatically replace the report will automatically replace by this your new logo and also like the company names in the report. Now let's come back to take a look of the report. So for sake of saving time, I had a summary report that I've already run. So I'll show you. This is exactly the report we generated. Let's switch a different tab. So as you can see, this is a report that we just generated. This is where you will have your white label logo, and I'll walk you through about the report content. So first of all, as you can see, we found like 20 verified risks here, categorized as criticality, like 9 critical, 9 high, and 2 medium. With that, we also have executive summary saying, these findings seems like indicate significant weakness in authentication, access control, etc. And then the impact, attacker could exploit those vulnerabilities to gain complete control over systems, and then some of the immediate remediations needed. Then we give you a glance view of the assessment scope and coverage. As you can see, we show the fingerprint to the target, what's the tech stacks, and also shows you a list of security objectives that we tested. And a red cross here shows that we do find the risks under each objective. For instance, as you can see, broken access control. We tested EDO privilege escalation in the REST API and GraphQL, etc. And then we show you a very detailed list of risks. This is a risk list. As you can see, each of the risks showing here. We also have a quick link that will direct you to the very details. I'll show you in a minute. And then we also show you like under the OWASP top 10 2025 standard, all the findings belongs to each of the category. For instance, like broken access control, we find like 1, 2, 3, 5 risks, and some are green. That means we don't there's fine that category. Injection, insecure design, security misconfiguration, and so on. After that, you can see this is the risk details to each of the risks we found. For instance, this one, the first one, the Oracle Web Logic, it can be logged in with a weak credential. As you can see, this is description of the risk. We also show you a full attack path, exploited path, from recon, discovery, explanation, verification. As Home mentioned, this agentic AI backend, we verify every findings with evidence. So we show the evidence here. As you can see, these are actual artifacts during the run we captured to support this risk finding. Apparently, there is a token session appear here, and then verification step also approved that this is a risk. Apart from that, we also show you the business impact as well as a remediation plan. It is a very comprehensive report. I also want to show you, here we have, to each of the risks, we have a hyperlink that you can quickly jump into the report and see what is going on here. For instance, this is a access control broken. As you can see, we have the proof that from the CSV we get all the database SFTP password, etc.
Awesome. Before we wrap up, I want to make sure everyone catches this. So right now you can go to app.purpleridge.ai and sign up for free. You'll get 100 free credits the moment you create your account. So that's enough for one full pen test, and no credit card is required. So please take a couple of minutes, create an account, and get your 100 free credits. You can be up and running in minutes. So if anything you heard today resonated with you, that's your next step. Go try it for yourself. Okay, so thank you so much, Home and Oliver, for an incredible session, and thank you all for spending this time with us. We'll see you next time.